Alright, hey YouTube friends. I realize it's been a couple months since I did a video, so I thought I would knock one out. And there's a lot to talk about, I guess. A lot of new rabbits, a lot of rabbits. Just sold a bunch, like 15 or I think I sold 17 of them just the other day. So we'll go through and see what I got left here and talk about whatever. There's Rollo. Y'all know Rollo. He's kind of the herd red buck. There's Crackle. He's pretty much the herd broken right now. Zero, the herd white. Down here is Crunch. Crunch is Uncle Si and Starburst's kid. He does really good at the shows. He has a broken tail, so he can't show anymore. That happens when they're little. You need to check their tail, see if it's got a little knot or a little crook in it. What that comes from is them just, you know, their siblings jumping on them, or mom maybe, whatever. But he's an awesome buck. He's done really well. And he just bred his first one. He bred Reese's the other day. Since his dad was a broken and Reese's is a nice broken red, I went ahead and bred him to her. And we'll see how that goes. This is just Twix. She's just in here to be with the bucks, because I found that if I got an open cage in my buck barn, that the stubborn does that don't want to breed in the winter, I leave them in here for 2 days, and they end up being real receptive. They're on the apple cider vinegar water in here because I use that to keep the smell down for the bucks inside the house or the building, and then the does are more receptive because they're around all that buck smell. This here is one we call Butterfinger. Butterfinger is out of Whopper and Starburst. If you remember Whopper, Butterfinger's real pretty. He's a nice dark red broken. I don't know his type really well. I don't know how well he's going to do. I haven't really looked him over that tough because he doesn't compare to this one here as well, I don't think, right now. This is Smarty, if you all remember him from the last video. Smarty is out of Miss K and Crackle. And he has got a big bull head on him. Really nice buck. And he's just a little bit lighter than, say, like Butterfinger here. He looks darker in the shadow, but he is a little darker than Smarty. But Smarty has awesome type. He's a beautiful body. These are Butterfinger's brothers right here, 2 red bucks. They're in the bottom, so they're in the shadow. So they're Butterfinger's brothers. And there's another buck a lot like Smarty outside. He was Uncle Si and Milky Way's baby, the only broken red they had. He's outside. His name's Warhead when I show you. He was 8 weeks old and his head was massive, and he is just an awesome buck. I hope he turns out real heavy because he has a huge head on him. You may not be able to see it in the camera. This here's one we got to talk about. This is Mr. Goodbar. Mr. Goodbar is new to us. We got him last fall at our state convention in December. I guess winter. So, but Mr. Goodbar has already bred some. He's bred Charlie out there, and he's got a beautiful litter out there. Mr. Goodbar was in 2012, I believe, as a junior buck. He was the best opposite sex variety at the 2012 National ARBA convention in Wichita, Kansas. So he was the best red buck at ARBA convention in 2012. And he is now ours, and he is one of our new breeding bucks, and he is beautiful, and he's real dark red. We love it. That's what we need to add to help darken some of our reds. This down here is Heath. Heath is Rollo, and Twizzler's one that I kept out of them. He's a senior buck, has not bred yet. He wins his class almost every time we put him in, or I think every time. And so I'm just going to keep showing him for a little while. He's kind of Rollo's backup if something happens to Rollo. So we'll run outside real quick. Okay, the only ones outside are just a few here. These are just some off-colored ones. These are some does that I'm going to sell for breeding stock. These here are Zero and Glacier's kits, these 6. They had another doe. I went ahead and sold her. She was smaller than these 3 does. These are the 3 does. These are the 3 bucks. They're out of Zero and Glacier, so they're really high quality, nice whites. So can't wait to be showing them. And then these are some more of the off-colors. There's just some bucks we had for breeding stock. My dog took this over in the winter, a little bulldog. She took over the kids' playhouse, so that's her new dog house. I know I'm running through this, but I have to because there's a lot to talk about. So let's go over here. Alright, in this 6 hole here, we got just a couple rabbits here. They had nest box eye when they were little, so I'm treating them, trying to see what I can do. Maybe turn them into some breeding stock for some people, some beautiful breeding stock. They're a pair there, and they would make a nice little breeding stock pair for somebody if I can get their eyes, the eye infections cleared up. These 2 here are out of Crackle and Twix. Their last litter, they were the 2 best broken ones in there, I think. There's a buck and a doe, and I'll be showing them here this spring. Kind of see if we can get a better look at them. I don't know, that shade. Because in the winter I went ahead and put tarps on the back of my 6 holes because the wind would blow around in here. So I got them covered up. Now this is Butterfinger's sister. She's a beautiful red doe. She's turning into something. I'm actually really surprised. I was looking at her today, how nice she looks. And this is Butterfinger's other sister, another broken. So I got quite a few of them to show yet. And down here is just a red buck that needs to go. He's a really nice red buck. Just got too many. I don't need him. He's one that I raised up. This is Dove. Dove is bred to Rolo right now. She had one, and it was a big dead one, so her first litter. So she should do a lot better this time. She took a lot more. Here's Milky Way. She had 4 out of Mr. Goodbar, and they ended up getting cold or dying, or she smashed them. I don't know. She just does that about every 4th litter. She just kind of forgets what to do. And this is Avalanche and Zero's litter. There's 6. She had 6 and 6. This is her first one. She's the one with, she's got 4 best of breed legs on her. So she's really nice. And put her with Zero. So they're all covered up in dust and dirt and hay stuff. But they're getting ready to get kicked out of that box. So they're old enough now they need to come out before they start having any problems or anything. My nest box eye ones I was telling you about up there was just mostly because I think I was trying to be too nice in the winter time and leave the boxes in to keep them babies warm, but once they get to that 18th day, they could really come out, especially if I leave a heat lamp over the corner like I have been. The heat lamp's normally on. It's 50 degrees today. It's going to be really cold the rest of the week, so these are going to be turned back on, but right now they're fine and doing good. And so I'm going to kick them out here in a day or two, maybe today, I don't know. But this here is Uncle Si and Starburst their 2nd litter. Uncle Si is no longer around, so this is all I get out of him. There's a heavy broken doe and a broken buck right here. They are some really nice animals, and their sister from another litter would have been this one here, and that's one we call now whatchamacallit. She does really good at showing, so these guys are going to be some pretty awesome stuff. And to compare, or to talk about what I was saying, this up here is just a little, this is buck out of Rolo and Charlie, my little Charlie doe, and then a solid Rolo. They made this heavy broken. They made a few others, but I already sold them. They're already gone. But this is Warhead right here. You see his head? He is younger than that buck right there. And you see, sorry about my fire pager going off here, but you can see Warhead. He's got that big old massive head on him. Come here, buddy. He's like, whatever. But they're just kind of being roommates right now for their age and all. So he is gorgeous, just gorgeous buck. Look at that head. You see that manly looking head he has? That ought to, hopefully that'll fill in with that body. And his head was even bigger when he was younger. So he's like a bulldog is what he reminds you of. This here's Kit Kat. She's usually over here in this other carrot cage, but she's coming up here because she's still on the show circuit right now before I start breeding her real soon here. This is whatchamacallit, the one I was telling you about. She's out of Starburst and Uncle Si. She does really well. And then another one that's doing really well is Hot Tamales. This is Hot Tamales. She just stomped at it. She's normally really sweet. She's probably, what are you doing with that camera? But she's out of Rolo and Milky Way. And oh man, she won her class at state convention. And then she won Best Opposite Variety one time. She won that class the next time in a class of 14. And that's with some big name, a couple of the top 4 big name red breeders in the country. So we're pretty proud of that. This here is Iceman and Milky Way's kit. So that was Iceman, a white buck being bred back to Milky Way, and this is the red they produce. He's a little bit lighter, so we're going to be showing him, see what he does, breed him back to a red. Hopefully that'll improve all that. I know I'm going really fast, but I have to. We're going to run out of time. You're not going to see any babies. I'll probably have to do those little babies in another video. But this white buck here is his brother. He's also out of Iceman and Milky Way, so they threw back to white again. And this here is Fun Dip. Fun Dip is a sister to whatchamacallit. So she's a heavy broken out of Uncle Si and Starburst. This is Twix's cage. She's inside, like I said, getting acclimated to the boys, because I did that with her and I did that with Reese's. Neither one of these 2 does would breed all winter long until I did that. Now they're both bred, and I mean bred good, like a lot of times. So Reese's was bred to Crunch. And here's Miss K. She's been bred back to Crackle because they made such a nice baby and Smarty. I want to keep that going. This is Crackle and Glacier's kits. Glacier's a white doe. She had that nice white set outside you saw, so I bred her to Crackle just to try to get some reds. Okay, so I bred him. She has a red mom and a white dad. Bred her back to broken red. She got 3 broken red babies, real pretty broken red babies, 3 broken steels, and 3 solid steels. So she has 9 in there. This is Charlie. Charlie is, she's a Charlie, and she was bred to Mr. Goodbar. We can't really see because I got like 3 heat lamps over here because I don't want to lose these guys. But I'll pull them out maybe in the next video or whatever and show you them real quick. A small, quick video about Charlies and solids. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Alright, and then here's Starburst. Starburst had, I think, she had 9 solid reds from Rolo, and they're darker than what that's showing. They're really pretty. And she now has 6. One died last night. It got out and got too cold. And I just didn't get to it in time, and then 2 were dead early, you know, when they were little. Got smashed in the box or whatever. So I'll go ahead and stop this video. I think that's everything that I covered. If I think of it next video, I will. But we're going to go ahead and get Charlie's babies out in my next video here.